Hi! Today I wanted to talk to you about why I'm testing different music streaming services and which one of them is the best at the moment, and in this video I'm going to compare YouTube Music to Apple Music. But before we begin, there are two things I have to say. If you're on Android and think you wouldn't want to use an Apple's app, don't skip just yet. I'm going to explain why this service works even better on Android smartphones than on iPhones. It's because Android devices support, for example, an LDAC codec, which is much better than Apple's ACC codec. It's actually surprising why they would have the best streaming quality in their app, while still making not so great smartphones for listening to music.
These are the best iPhones we've ever created.
But I guess it's just Apple. The days of listening to pirated music are long gone. Chances are that one of your friends a few years ago told you about this cool new way of listening to music. You could just pay a few bucks and you get access to millions of songs from the entire world. And at first you were like, pay for music? I got music for free. But then they gave you a 3-month trial and your life was never the same. And statistically you were most likely to pick Spotify. I, for example, have chosen Play Music from Google because, I don't know, they were probably the first ones to introduce a family plan, or they gave me 3 months for free instead of 1.
I am disgusted.
As you know, like with many things from Google, this service was killed a few years ago and turned into YouTube Premium, YouTube Music, with no ads on YouTube. So yeah, I was fine with that. And this service has its advantages for sure, but it also has some drawbacks. One of the main criticisms is its user interface, which can be overwhelming and confusing for some users. Additionally, the audio quality of YouTube Music is not as high as some other streaming services, which may be a concern for audiophiles. But you might be surprised how little difference it actually makes, at least in some situations. Because if you're listening to your music on some cheaper speakers, or what's even worse, you're using a Bluetooth device, you're not really getting the best quality. Even if you pay 10 bucks a month for Tidal Hi-Fi, or twice as much for Hi-Fi Plus, if you're using Bluetooth headphones, you're not really listening to the high audio quality that they send you. Because the Bluetooth technology, although it was greatly improved in the recent years, it still has to format the music before sending it to your wireless device, as the lossless files are just too big. So definitely no lossless audio for you, my friend. Speaking of lossless, this is where Apple Music could shine. It was the first streaming service to introduce the lossless audio quality in 2021 and not charge extra for it. And I have to admit, if you're listening to your music in the car or have a pretty specialized hi-fi hardware to listen to these tracks, it does actually make a difference. So much so that if you care about sound quality, and it is your primary concern when choosing a music streaming service, the only alternative on the market right now would be the Amazon Music Unlimited. But oh boy, this is a topic for another video. Apple also supports Dolby Atmos, which is a technology allowing you to hear spatial audio. And I'm not talking about those stupid 8D music videos on YouTube, where they take one of your favorite songs and just simulate it like the speaker was spinning around you playing it. That's stupid. At first, it's pretty cool, but then after 30 seconds, you get dizzy. Like when you were watching the infamous Madison Beer music video. The legend says that the cameraman is still spinning to this day. No, the Dolby Atmos is actually pretty cool, and on certain devices you can feel like the artist and the instruments are in the room with you. It kinda makes you more emotionally connected to the music, and you can experience it in a more nuanced way. But Apple has some other advantages that I wanna talk about. My absolute favorite is the Sing option, that it basically is a karaoke built into your app. And what is the best is that you can actually control the volume of your artist's vocals, so you can sing along with them or turn them off almost completely. It's going to be a killer feature when I invite my friends this weekend for the Disney song sing-along. What also makes this platform unique is radio stations. And no, it's not the same as Spotify's radio. Apple actually has radio channels where DJs or hosts play music live and add their own commentary. You can listen to great tracks, discover new songs, and even learn about history of hip-hop all at once.
Wow.
I have to admit, sometimes in the morning or when I'm driving, It's just great to listen to the good old radio. But Apple Music also has some disadvantages. And the biggest of them, in my opinion, is the lack of continuity. Especially when we are talking about Apple, where it feels like every new feature they release has to, in some or other way, connect iPhones, Apple Watches, AirPods, whatever Apple makes. And I was surprised when I came back home and I was listening to some music outside. I can't just continue listening to it on my Mac. Even my history is not synchronized.
That's crazy.
I don't understand that. Especially that you can do that on Spotify. You can even use your Spotify web player to cast or control your music playing on another device. That is cool. So, what's up, Apple? Also, the desktop app is just horrible. It crashed on me a few times, and sometimes I can't go back to the previous song on my playlist, and I don't know why. Apple, come on. Now, when it comes to YouTube Music, it's much more oriented on discovery. I remember when, a few years ago, your streaming service was focused on allowing you to build your own library of songs. Now, I cannot even remember when was the last time I actually added a song to my collection or to my playlist. I've given full control to the algorithm, and so far, I'm satisfied. Google knows what I like. It even knows what I like to listen to in what place. Yes, if you didn't know, they have that knowledge about you, and they will recommend you songs based on your location.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Google's app also got some inspiration recently from TikTok. The new samples feature lets you scroll through popular songs where it just plays for you the best moment of the song and lets you decide if you like it or not. In the same place, you can click to record a short video using the song you just discovered. When did this become a thing? But YouTube Music also has some disadvantages, obviously. Because it is focused on algorithm recommending songs to you, rather than building your own library, you can easily forget about some great tracks you loved in the past. Because it uses YouTube's library, it has much more songs, remixes, or live performances. At the same time, sometimes you're not really sure if you're listening to the official track or a lyrics video that some random person published on YouTube in HD. So if you prefer quality over quantity, do not consider YouTube Music. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you made it here, let me know by commenting your preferred streaming service. If you like Apple Music more, use an Apple emoji. And if you like YouTube Music more, use a strawberry emoji. And if you pick any other platform, go wild. Use any emoji you want, but let me know which one is it and why. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video.